So game number 2 of the WNBA finals just ended, and unfortunately for myself, the Lynx lost. As I've said, I'm going to game 3. I don't want to, and no matter what, I don't want it to end in 4. I do not want it under any circumstances to end in 4 games. Because if it ends in 4, it means I'm on a freaking plane. I'm going to be recording potentially the game breakdown of game 4 when a team wins a title from a damn airport. I might be on a plane. I might be on a plane trying to hide in the bathroom before the flight takes off if we've already boarded and talking into a phone and hopefully using the last bit of my 3G or my 4G is still available, whatever you want to call it. You know, the mobile data while I'm in Minneapolis airport. But yeah, anyway, we are going to talk about this. So the Minnesota Lynx were pissed at the refereeing. And I will say, it was a bit of a weird one when it came to the way the game was called. Like, Fee got called for some pretty rough ones. And I do also want to say, like, it's very obvious that the Lynx didn't blame. They didn't blame the refs, but you can see that they were pissed off in their postgame. Sorry, I've left that on mute.
This game seemed to be called really differently first half to second half.
Sure
in
did.
terms of how hard is that? I know you guys can't say much about officiating, but how hard is it when it's that dramatically different half to half in the same game?
I mean, it's hard. You have to adjust to the refs. I mean, definitely it's not an excuse. We played really bad.
And in fairness, like, they did call out, like, a lot of this press conference is them just saying, like, it's basically the refs sucked, but we lost the game. Like, that's what it seemed to be a lot of that from the Minnesota Lynx. And in fairness, Cheryl Reeve does a good job of not throwing your players under the bus. Like one Christy Sides, like our favorite coach, Christy Sides. As I've said tons of times before, Christy Sides watching Christy Sides ball has taken years off my life. But yeah, let's keep taking a listen.
So I'm definitely not using that as an excuse, but it's hard to adjust because you are playing one way and you're getting used to the refs and then they change it up. But that's not why we lost. It wasn't them, it was us. So can't blame that.
Next question, front row to your left.
Hi, ladies. Lauren from the 9450. Like you said, Coach, Liberty were up 17 points. Didn't get the outcome that you guys wanted. However, the team stayed resilient, and we saw
a group that problem solves well together, very experienced.
The reason why I'm skipping through is obviously I'm trying to get to some of the refereeing parts.
You know, in the second half, Fee getting in foul trouble a bit. How did that affect the game and just overall switching the lineup when you guys needed her in the most?
I don't think it affected the game. I don't know if it affected her play. I mean, if he can answer that, but you know, there was a chance to get her 3 minutes of rest, and you know, at the end of the quarter, that was fine. So, and then she went back in, so it didn't affect us.
I will say, I don't think she's wrong in saying Fee Collier being off the floor didn't really affect them. But there is one major thing they had to do because Fee was in foul trouble. And it was giving somebody their first minutes of the finals late in the third quarter in like a 2-point game. Like, it's not like it really meant any difference, but when Fee picked up that fourth foul, all of the momentum was in the Lynx favor. And then you see Dorka Juhas -6. I think she was -4 when she was on the floor in that quarter. You're seeing Dorka Juhas coming in. And that's really, for me, where the difference was. Is like, it was nothing really about how Fee played, but the team in those minutes were -4. And because of that, they go into the fourth quarter down, they go in down 8 instead of down 4? Like, they're down 4 when Fee comes off. They are making a comeback. Like, they were way ahead in the third quarter, and they don't score in those last 3 minutes with Juhas on the floor. And the Lynx or Liberty go and score 4 points. Yeah, it was a low-scoring game, but 4 points in a game like this, it mattered. It mattered, and it mattered probably a lot more than they're letting on. So I don't think the refs necessarily had, Courtney Williams turning the ball over twice while down 2 is twice in a row while having a chance to tie the game. And then, in fairness, she scored, but it's like, the big problem was the hero ball. The hero ball that won them game 1 lost them game 2, and I do think the Liberty were very, very good on the defensive end, and I do think they kind of stopped the Lynx getting easy looks from, kind of just ball movement and a lot of stuff like that. But all in all, I think the result was a fair one. The result at the end of the day definitely was a fair one. And I think it would have been absolute robbery if the Lynx had won that game. That would have been a robbery of the proportions that I'm not sure I've seen before in basketball. If they had gone 2-0 up in the series, despite being by so much the worst of the two teams. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys think the referees had an impact on the game? I think they were bad, but I think a lot of the time they were bad both sides. I think there were a lot of really iffy calls. And ironically enough, people are talking about the calls, the foul calls on Fee. But I'm like, I thought she got called for a couple of not phantom travels, but calls where you're just obviously just don't call that. Fee near the halfway line, no one anywhere near her. And tries to put the ball on the floor, might have shuffled her feet, traveled. And I'm like, not in the finals. You do not call that in a close game in the finals. And she got called for a couple of them. And then one of her fouls, obviously, on Stewie. When Stewie had the ball, put the ball in Fee's, there for Fee to grab. Fee grabs the ball and it just rips through. Fee has her hands on the ball, rips through. And then it's called as a defense foul. I'm like, how? How? It was a jump ball and it should have been a jump ball. And then Stewie kind of ripped through. Actually, was it called as a jump ball? I think I might be wrong. With that one. But there was a really weird foul called. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, shout out to Fee Collier, the hardest to dislike person. The hardest to dislike person in the entire WNBA. And I'm sorry if you have a problem with Fee Collier, then I have a problem with you. That's all I'm going to say. For the people that have turned on Fee, the age of fans that have turned on Fee Collier. If you've got a problem with Fee, you're going to have to take on the Lynx fans. You're going to have to take on the Caitlin Clark fans. You're going to have to take on the freaking Liberty fans, probably. You're going to have to take on the UConn fans. If you got a problem with Fee Collier, it's everyone versus Aja Wilson at that stage. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.